their first-round pick in this year's draft yesterday. Lamar Jackson making his first start for the injured Joe Flacco. The rookie beat the Bengals yesterday 24-21. I'd say it's a good start. He threw for 150 yards, rushed for $117 on 27 carries. Baltimore now sits at 5-5. Here is Lamar on his first win.
I'm a rookie. My first time starting to just go out there and be myself. You know, my teammates had my back, I had theirs.
I thought he played very poised. I thought he played the position. I thought he played quarterback very well. Managed us, operated us, got us in the right formations. Cadence was excellent. You know, for a first-time out rookie in an environment like that, to have all those operational things go well, I think speaks to his intelligence, his study, his studiousness, just his ability to run the show. And that says everything. Now, after that, the playmaking, you know, that comes from God.
See, I watched this whole game. I was anxious to see how he was going to do. You talked so much about Lamar Jackson coming out of the draft. We hadn't really seen so much of him, especially in a position like this. If it was nervous, you didn't see too much of it. He looked like he handled himself pretty well. What were your impressions of Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson is good to win. I thought that this was Christmas served early as far as the Bengals and their defense. They were going to help him playing professional football, and we have seen all the other quarterbacks. And you go top to bottom. Baker, down to him. 5 of them drafted in first, and we thought all of them would start at some point. All of them had, and all of them have had tremendous struggles along the way. That's what the National Football League should be about, and we've seen it. And he struggled throwing the ball. He struggled reading some coverages. They had a very, very simple game plan, and they were successful in winning this game. No problem. But he won't have no long career running that ball 27 times because he does not have the body. Now, he can, Harbaugh can say, oh, this guy's given ability with his quickness and to build with his overall speed. But no, you cannot design that many runs the way they did in this game. I can understand getting through the first game. But for any of the quarterbacks, and we just talked about Cam Newton, 6'5", 245. Man, Lamar, he is not that. So they have to design something. Congratulations. Welcome to the NFL. Good win at home against the poorest defense that we have in the NFL. But they have to be able to change the game plan moving forward, or he's going to have some serious health problems.
See, you just said Cam is the most physically gifted quarterback in NFL history.
Yes.
The best dual threat quarterback we've seen.
And body.
And, well, right. And Cam's career high in carries is 17. He had 27 yesterday. The NFL record. Lamar. The NFL record post-merger was 22. That was Tim Tebow. And he wasn't a quarterback. He was an H-back trying to play quarterback, and they knew he had to run the football. And Tebow, to his credit, did have the body. Tebow had a fullback's body. Like Tebow, you were worried about Tebow throwing the ball. You weren't that worried about Tebow getting hurt. Like, the Ravens can win like this. And they maybe even can steal a wild card spot playing like this. But this is not what is sustainable for Lamar's career. This is, there's a reason that going into the draft, people weren't saying maybe he should play running back. They were saying maybe he should play wide receiver. Now, he said, I can't catch, that's silly, I've always been a quarterback. But guys like that don't play running back. They don't have 20-plus carries in a football game. I give him a ton of credit, and I understand that the Ravens didn't know which of 3 quarterbacks were going to start. So they had to have a simple game plan. They had to try to win. Their season was falling apart. They went from 3-1 to 4-5, and they had to get a win. But this has to change immediately if he's going to have any type of long-term success.
If he's good enough to win as a dual threat, maybe it's one game, maybe it's a game and a half. Is he good enough to win just throwing the ball? Do the Ravens have a good enough line? Do they have good enough protection? Do they have a good enough team around him where if he wasn't going to run the ball 27 times, he could still win?
Oh, no. There's a reason why he was drafted at the end of the first round. I mean, his throwing motion's not pure. He's inconsistent. You can see sometimes he throws the ball sidearm, and he's height challenged a little bit. He's probably like 6'1", you know, so Baker Mayfield probably a little bit taller than him. So, no, you can't. No, he is a hybrid quarterback, and you have to develop a system for a hybrid. He's not a drop back, but he's not a 27-carry game guy. Michael Vick, who was a better runner with the football than him and has a better body than he had. It took him 4 games as a rookie to reach 27 carries. So, no, you have to come up with a system to be able to take advantage of both. It can't be too much of either.
Right.
Too much in the pocket, and it definitely can't be like it was yesterday.
Vick's career high in carries was 15. Like, this is, people just got to understand what they were seeing, that this was an outlier of outliers. Again, if they had rushed him 15 times, it would be top 5 most times since the merger. Like,
they rushed him 27.
They rushed him almost double that. And so the Ravens, by the way, they have a great defense. They have an excellent rushing attack, even absent of Lamar. The kid yesterday, Gus Edwards, he had a great game to go along with Lamar Jackson. So I understand what they're doing, but for him, this has to be a one-time thing. Like, the next game, the carries have to be cut more than in half. And now maybe with knowing he's going to be the starter with a week to prepare, that's what they'll do. And he also, you mentioned how bad the Bengals defense has been. That has mostly been their pass defense, and he wasn't able to fully take advantage of it. So I'm happy for Lamar because he was, I thought, unfairly scrutinized before the draft. They got to win. They're 500. Maybe it'll be his job the rest of the way. But he's got to be more sore this morning than he has at any point in his football career. And so you can't do this weekend.
Did you see RG3 come in?